Hey everybody, welcome back to another speaker introduction for our upcoming Launchpad events, Advanced Real Estate Private Equity Summit. Today we have Peter Auerbach with us. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
So let's just dive right in. Can you give the listeners a quick overview of your background and what you're up to today?
Sure. So we're Auerbach Funds. We are private equity, real estate, closed-end funds. We are currently on Fund 3. We have about 5 million square feet around the United States in 11 states and 31 deals. We provide equity and partner up for multifamily, retail, senior housing, hospitality. We've typically avoided office, and we are seeing an unprecedented time in the marketplace. And the question is, how do you navigate that time in the marketplace? While we have always been value add opportunistic, the sectors that we have looked at historically seem to be pretty well priced. And what you're seeing is a lot of beta as opposed to alpha. And that is really not what investors pay for. They don't pay to take market risk. If you want to take market risk, go into a REIT. So we've had tremendous fortune by shifting our focus to the broken but fixable out of the pandemic. Rob and I had spoken before, and we're good friends. We had talked a little before about what I call Chernobyl. And Chernobyl meaning that it is unfixable. And deciding what is Chernobyl to what is a temporary blip is how people are going to do well. For instance, we believe that in the very short term, because it's coming back and it's roaring back, hospitality could be a good play. And that's a real estate derivative, as we all know, it's an operating business. But there is hospitality that lies on excellent parcels of land that you could buy at a discount because interest rates and lending on that has lagged. That's just simply a residue of logistics and semantics within the banks. But as those rates drop, you're going to see cap rates drop as people feel more comfortable that while there may be other waves of COVID, you're not going to see lockdowns to the degree that you saw before. So people will travel, they'll travel within the continent of the United States. So those are opportunities. The senior housing market is an opportunity. People are afraid of being locked down within the senior housing. The fear of getting COVID is no longer there. But again, these are need-based businesses in the senior housing. And there's no way that this is going out of style. There's no replacement for it. There's home care, but it's certainly not going to be at that level. So those are examples of in the short term where you can make money. In the long term, it's going to be interesting to see how office shakes out. We're not sure yet. We do think that office will absolutely survive, that there will be opportunity there, but we're not seeing that attractive of pricing to jump in quite yet. So what you're doing is you're synthetically taking massive risk, but your reward really isn't there yet on pricing. So we're going to sit on the sidelines of that for a while. Meanwhile, we are seeing a lot of activity from new people coming into real estate. As an owner and a fund with lots of assets, this is a very good thing. We love when people aren't experienced because they buy from us at egregious prices from time to time. On the flip side, they make the market a little too frothy in some of the major areas. So this is really a time that separates the experts from the non-experts. This is a panel about raising capital and a group primarily focused on capital raising. Be prepared is what I would say when you're talking to equity funds like us. While we are likely going to be polite, we know very well who can actually run things and who can't. You have the Lone Stars of the world that can run them. They have the answers at their fingertips because they're asking the same questions we are. And then we have others that are not. So that's a little long-winded, Rob. It probably blows up your pitch here, but that's sort of my take.
No, that's perfect. Now I don't have to ask any follow-up questions. I think we can leave it at that.
Enjoy Croatia.
That all sounds good, and we look forward to having you at the event and hearing more.